Hey everyone, it's me, the one and only Ken Sparkle. So anyway, can I just be honest that I'm going to talk about Casualty? It's one of the best sort of doctors sort of thing. Well, it's sort of like a drama sort of way, but it's not always that drama. But it's more like me- m- medical sort of show, and it's been on our screens since 1986. Yeah. Well, to be fair, they also have a spin-off show called Holby City, and I also remember that this sort of like another spin-off, but it's sort of like between both Casualty and Holby City, both together. And I have seen some of the episodes sometimes before, a long time ago when I was a younger kid. Well, mostly as a teenager, if I'm not mistaken, because if I'm not I mean, sorry, if I'm not mistaken, I was definitely around my teenagers sometime at the time when I first started watching Casualty in 2013. Well, basically, I discovered it sometimes in 2012, but I kind of later watched it in the year later, like I said, 2013. So basically, Casualty has been around since, like I said, 1986. So it's been, let's just say, it's one of my favorite shows that I ever watched when I was younger. So yeah, I may have said that I was a teenager when I first saw it, but I would say like, it feels like it's part of my childhood as well because, like I said, I watched it lots ever since 2013, so I can't be that wrong, now can I? Because that's just my obvious memory. So, can I just get my facts straight that Casualty, well, it's the very first mechanical TV show that I have watched, to be honest. Let's just say, well, I don't really watch Holby City or anything, but I have seen it like 3 times before, only like for a brief second or something, maybe, I don't know. Something like that anyway. But the whole point is that I think Casualty is better than Holby City. And I'm sorry for those who likes Holby City, but I kind of prefer and stick with Casualty because it's just so much good. Yeah. I know it's quite sad that Holby City, they kind of got cancelled like last year, and I was like, no, never mind. I'm sure they will come back sometimes in the future. I mean, we can't always, you know, put our doubts or anything because sometimes, because if I'm not mistaken, it happened with this show called Neighbours. Yeah, because if you guys from the UK heard that the show Neighbours has been sort of got cancelled sometime this year, but I just heard that they are coming back again this year. I don't quite understand what's going on, but I remember I asked my dad why did they got cancelled and then come back sometimes months later this year, and my dad can explain like that it's something to do about having neighbours going to make a new spin-off show, something like that. I don't quite understand what's really going on. But can I just focus talking about Casualty for now? Thank you. So anyway, can I just get to the whole point that Casualty is one of the best shows I ever liked. So, and there's loads of good memories of Casualty to be fair. And do you want to know how I discovered Casualty? Well, let's just say, if those who remember Daniel Anthony, who all we all know, who played Clyde Langer from Sarah Jane Adventures, well, basically, he's in it, and he plays this sort of young nurse called, well, a student sort of nurse named Jamie, who is a nephew to one of the paramedics, Jeffrey. Yeah. When I first saw the episode back in 2013, and the episode is actually called Rabbits in Headlights, and it's actually from season 27, episode 17. In case if you guys want to know the name and the actual number of the actual episode. So yeah, that's the very first episode I've ever watched from Casualty because that's how I remembered. And I still remember that very day when I first started watching that episode, actually, back in 2013, where I used to live in my second old house in a different area somewhere in England. Yeah, so anyway, that's how I remembered. So that's how I started watching Casualty. And can I just say, well, Daniel Anthony is one of the best reasons to start with for why I started watching Casualty, because I remember him from Sarah Jane Adventures. So can I just say, is that a good thing? Yeah, I think so anyway. So anyway, can I just say I really love Casualty so much. They are the best episodes, the best characters, and they have great stories actually. And let's just say they also feel like drama going on in some episodes, and like, well, there's loads of different patients, like adults, children, like, or like teenagers, or like, or students from schools or whatsoever. And yes, I have seen familiar faces from EastEnders or Coronation Street or Doctor Who and some others that I've watched aside from Casualty. Yeah. Well, I don't know if anyone able to remember. Well, UK mainly. I don't know if some of you guys able to remember this guy who used to be with Bianca. Sometimes, from EastEnders. Sometimes in 2012, if I'm not mistaken. And he also used to be with Kim Fox. Yeah. So I don't know if you able to remember him. Well, I kind of saw him in Casualty actually, and that's him. If I'm not mistaken, I think he played Ray Dixon. Morgan's dad from EastEnders. Yeah. So if those one of you able to remember him, then that's him. Well, yeah. The character that he plays in Casualty, well, his name is Chucky Ben. Yeah, well, like I said, that's him, alright. Okay, so, well, can I just be honest? I remember my nan told me that she actually met this actress who plays Zoe from Casualty once, although the woman who plays Zoe, her name is Nitra Sulka. Yeah, well, that's her name. So, can I just get to the point? My nan did tell me that she actually met her in this sort of, where you get your hair cut and that, and all sorts with your hair, like hair and beauty and sort of stuff and that. Well, that's where she saw that actress actually. Although the actress, well, she didn't exactly know that that was my nan, but I don't think she ever seen my nan anyway. But if she did, only for a brief second, then that makes my nan really lucky that she met that. So I was like, what? You actually really met Sunny Tresor? OMG, Nan, you're so lucky. Okay, I know I may have got a little bit too braggy, aren't I? Sorry about that. But I just wanted to say it. So, can I just say, it's only because she was born from here, from where I live. But I won't mention the name from where I live because it's quite personal. And yes, there's so many things to talk about here because, like I said, Casualty is just one of the best parts of my life. And yes, although Zoe, she's one of my favorite characters, of course. Although, let's just say, it's only because I'm sort of more familiar with her. But there are some other characters that I'm also familiar with, like Tez, and Robin, and Jamie, and there's Ruth, there's Jay, and there's Big Mac. Oh yeah, Charlie. You may able to remember that I made a community post about Charlie sometimes early on today. So yeah. Okay, so fair point. Sadly, I think the actor who plays him is leaving this year. I know. Yeah, I know it's kind of sad, but I think he made his choice, so we all should respect his choice because that's what he wants, right? So it's best that we should, give him love and say our goodbyes and good luck because, like I said in the community post, he did make Casualty this very special and somehow brilliant show. Yeah, we're gonna miss you, Charlie. Well, Derek. Yeah, that's the actor's name. And there's so many, like Dylan, Sam. Yeah, she's really good. There's Tom. There's, there's, I do remember so many characters. Sometimes I do remember the names, but sometimes I see sometimes somehow able to remember them by not reading the names, Maybe I should read them like next time if I have to remember the names and now maybe I should do that more often, in case because I feel like people are quick to judge me about how I keep forgetting. So yeah. So anyway, Casualty, well that's the whole thing. Hmm. Well, I do got some few favorite episodes of course. And an early interest in some episodes that I mainly remembered from years ago, of course. Not just what I first saw it. Well, it's, let's just say I sometimes remember some of the episodes that I do remember seeing from the last I saw Casualty. So yeah. I haven't been watching Casualty lately because Casualty hasn't been the same, but without all of my favorite characters in it, you know? Uh, oh yeah, I nearly forgot some more, like as in more characters like Noel, Louise, oh, well, Max, yep. Oh, did I ever mention? I kind of forgot to mention, and well, you guys already know that I have a sort of thing for Ellie Carrington, right? Well, I know, but can I just get to the point? I still love him. I may have said that I don't love him anymore, but that's quite a lie. Well, sorry if I burst your bubbles. So it's just to, get out of people's, you know, you know, yeah, well, forget it. Just move on. So anyway, that's the whole point. I believe Ellie Carlton actually have appeared, well, in some episode from series 28 back in 2014, and he plays this character named Daniel. Wow. Okay. I was like, how did I did not notice that was Andy Carrington before I actually saw him playing Bobby Beer from EastEnders? Like, really? Now, hang on a minute. That, I mean, oh, come on, Kayla Sparkle, come on. How come you easily so forgetful these days about not remember Andy Carrington being incarcerated before actually seeing him in EastEnders, playing as Bobby Beale since 2014? Until he left in 2016 and then came back only for a quick short stint in 2017 and then that was the last we saw of him. Okay, alright. I'm just saying. I'm sorry if you know, it's just me getting a bit too, you know, maybe panicking. I don't know why I'm panicking all of a sudden. It's just, you know, that's just me being me. And I'm sorry if you guys think I'm being crazy or something, but you have to just to understand and bear with me and respect that I can't always keep up with you guys sometimes because or having you guys to keep up with me because it's just part of my personality. So, like I said, just please bear with me, okay? Thank you. So, so that's the whole thing. I don't worry. I don't need any doctor. Okay, you got me. So yeah. So what else? Um. Well, Kind of forgot the last time I watched Casualty, actually. Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the episode was when, sometimes when Zoe left the show alongside with the counter, Matt. Yeah, well, they were the best couples, of course. Yeah, so that was the actual last time I saw Casualty, but I did kind of watch Casualty sometimes again, only only for a couple of minutes, like a few months and that, in sometimes in I would say 2021, two, I think. Yes, something like that. Yeah. Oh yeah. You boys and girls from the UK able to remember Nick from Casualty? Well, he's the same actor who plays David in EastEnders. You know, Bianca's dad, and he used to be with Carol. You know, Bianca's mum. Well, that's him, all right too. Oh my God, how many familiar actors that we almost any of us from the UK able to remember funny shows these days? How could we not resist? Oh boy. Well, that's just the way things are. So, that's the way it is, right? So, you can't possibly blame me for saying it, but that's the whole point, isn't it? So, like I said, we just sometimes have to, catch up sometimes about actors playing different characters, but, even though they are quite familiar to us. Yeah. So, anyway, I'll leave you guys to it. And if I ever wanted to share any more information about some of the episodes that I might like to talk about one day in the future, I can always talk about them in the future, and if you're really interested. So yeah. So anyway, guys, sorry, boys and girls, I'll leave you guys to it, and I hope you can always um leave any questions for me if you have any sort of questions to ask. So yeah. So yeah. Well, I'll leave you guys to it. Bye everyone. Bye.